And good morning, good day. This is episode number 19 of Down to the Core podcast. And I am John, and this is
Jacob.
How we doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. How things are you, bro? How things with you?
I'm as well as can be, bro. As well as can be.
Good,
The weather outside is not grand. It's not my favourite time of year.
Nah, we've finally hit that winter season. Well, fall. Autumn, fall. It's just wet, innit? Just
bro,
wet.
You know what? As soon as I see wind and I see rain, I just call everything winter. When people are saying it's spring, I'm like, no, it's summer.
Yeah.
For me, there's only summer and winter.
I mean, I just call it just typical British weather. I think so many people. I think so many discussions you have with many people. They just go, we never have a season wardrobe. Like if you go to in America or the parts of the world, they've got a summer season, they've got a winter season, they've got outfits for different seasons. Where UK, it's just predominantly just wet and miserable, wet and miserable throughout the year. So even though you wake up and go, well, that's a great sight to see, you kind of go, it's typical in British weather. What do you expect? So it
is what it is.
It is what it is.
I think listen, my saying is, if you're over the age of 30 and you've been in this country, obviously you're born here, when you're over the age of 30, you're not allowed to talk about the weather no more because you know how crap it is.
Oh, yeah. It's just standard, in it.
Yeah.
When you see the weather predictions, it's supposed to be sunny this week. You're like, no, is it though? Is it? Come on.
I think only in UK we have to use the word supposed.
Yeah, it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. Is it?
It's supposed to rain, it's supposed to be sunny, it's supposed to snow, it's supposed to everything.
And also, I've also noticed is when you actually see a weather forecast, and it says it's supposed to be sunny, and you tell someone, it's supposed to be sunny. Like, I've seen the weather reports, and they look at you like, you're talking out your backside. You're like, no, it actually supposed to be nice and warm. Like, is it though? The next morning, it's nice and sunny, and you go, I really want to go to that person. You go, I told you
so. But anyway, enough with dull weather, man. Yeah. Right, so today, obviously, we just jumped on just to have a chat between me and you. Because we haven't done this for a little while. Just a little catch up and see where we've been going and what's been happening. So,
decent, man.
So I think so for the first time we're in sync, bro. We both got our
we've got the repping, branding, the Down to the Core merch.
Yeah, coming your way soon.
Yeah.
So obviously, as we mentioned, Down to the Core and whatever. Because I said, if anybody doesn't know, obviously me and Jacob, obviously we're now doing. Obviously we joined forces a long time ago to do everything what we're doing, and now we're doing the boot camps and stuff. And it's it drags me out of my bed every Sunday morning without fail. But but we've been. I think it's been going well.
Yeah, it's going well, bro. It's early days, and it's just nice seeing people we've seen outside the gym, and it's nice seeing people that we've never met in the gym coming to the boot camp sessions, and they're really good. And the positive feedback we've had from everyone is it's done really well. So obviously we started in the park. Was it Avenue Park? I completely forgot.
We're starting Avenue Park, obviously as an outdoor thing. I think we started towards the end of the good weather.
Yeah.
But it was still enough, and then obviously now we just transitioned into Penzance Community Centre. And it seems, I think it's working out great. I think we have I like the experience.
Yeah, it's a good experience. Good experience to see what we can do outside the gym and stuff, and it's good positive feedback each and every week. It's just fun. So guys, if you're free on a Sunday, come down to the Penzance Community Centre every Sunday at 9:00 and just watch me and John teach you exercises, and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. Love it. It's absolutely fun. It's just an hour of just pure banter. It's just fun. Everyone's just pushing each other up, and you just become so more alive, more confident. The feedback we get from people saying that they get more confident, they love coming, they wake up excited on a Sunday. And I know most people on a Sunday are like, I don't want to do anything, but they wake up and they're fired, and they all say it sets their day up. So yeah, come down, guys, come down.
Yeah, it definitely sets my day up as well, man. As I say, so I think it was funny, Rick. So as we started, because I was saying to someone before, I went on holiday a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I went to Greece. But I think just before I went, things started to kind of pick up a little bit. So I was apprehensive about like even going. I was like, I wasn't even looking forward to my leg because I could see things start to kind of merge and build up. But like I said, I've gone away, took in a bit of sun, come back, and then we're ready to roll all over again.
That was a bit like me though as well. Remember when we first did the boot camp session, the very first one, and it's like, this is brilliant, and I'm like, crap, I'm away the following week. So you're like, I get that you kind of apprehend you because you're like, I'm going away next week, and you're like, oh no, we've just started this, but it's just done brilliant. Like everyone's enjoying it, and like it's just fun. Like it gets me up on a Sunday. Like even though I get up early and stuff, but it wakes me up early to go, right, I've got this to do stuff today. I'm highly motivated just to smash a Sunday, then see the rest of the day as they come. So
yeah, really definitely. Good. I think like one thing I'm learning things as well. So I think like because I think between me and you, we're always like trying to please people. And so understand that like some weeks we can, and some weeks we can, and some weeks can't. But that's okay. Yeah, I think like it's been like I think it's like a great learning curve. Whatever we're going through, what we're doing. I'm enjoying watching it play out. Yeah. So I feel like we can do much more. Yeah. So we were talking before about obviously possibly trying to get like the get out into schools, into communities. Because I think like this is what ultimately what we are about obviously community spirit, and about like obviously bringing what we have to people outside there who don't normally kind of, even if they don't go to the gym, but just to kind of get them moving and doing some stuff. So like,
active, so I think that's the dream. That's the dream for us. Like obviously we want to branch out and eventually go to schools and go to other community centres as well, and just become and develop some form of community. Yeah, and like it's just talking like just how to stay active and just doing something that's fun and enjoyable. Like especially we always have that game towards the end of all our boot camp sessions. I've never seen like full-grown adults like turning to 4-year-olds, go, no, it's my turn. You know, and it's just absolutely hilarious just watching like 30-year-old pluses like acting like 8-year-olds, and it's just fun to see.
I think that's but you know what? Yeah, I think it's like it's so underrated because I think like you get to a certain point in life and you have to kind of adult and like,
oh god,
I don't like this adulting business.
No, if anyone says to you, I like adulting, they're lying to you.
It's
absolutely crap.
But like I think it's just watching people like having that much fun, running around and jumping around and whatever. Because I suppose like when they get back home, we have to be parents again, or we have to kind of
or you just turn into adult mode because that 1 hour you act like a child, then you go back home, you're like, oh, I've got an adult now. Yeah, but then it's like different tiers of adulting. So like pretty much on a moving on a slight branch. Like obviously I've had an adult a lot this week because I've had to got myself a new car in it. Yes. So that was a ball. That was just sorting all that up. And obviously, like for those that don't know, obviously for a while I was car sharing with my mum, and obviously managed to save up a bit more money now. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get that and get my own car. So I've got my independence again a bit more. Mum can like just go out as she pleases. So it's nice for a pair of us, but sorting all that out, oh my god,
it's not as simple and straightforward as you thought to do.
No, like honestly, I was just like, oh wait, I've got to do that. I've got to do that. But then when you do it, but then you speak to the manufacturers, and they are like abysmal, and you're like, so I've got an adult, but you're screwing me over. Ah, brilliant. This is why I don't rate it. Do not rate adulting at all. Like it just sucks.
Everybody gets skateboards and scooters, we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's fine. But yeah, I've had an adult everything today, adult this week, and it's just nice to get some independency again. But yeah, like literally, if I could return adulting, I'll just literally return it back, faulty products, because it's just sucks, absolutely sucks. But I know we have to do it because I can see everyone, especially people talking, like listening to this now, going, "You've got to do it," or "What you've just done is the bare minimum." I'm like, shut up, I've adulted.
Yeah, man. Listen, we're doing our part, and I think like even it's funny because I said like obviously mixing this in with like mental health and all that kind of stuff, and like and I realize that sometimes we do stuff and then it's inside I feel kind of like, oh, this is making me feel so kind of down, and but like it's kind of getting the grip and saying to myself, right, I'll just do it for this time now, but I don't want it to kind of drag me down for the next like week or or whatever. So like I've got to try and obviously my mental like stability and my mental like strength is coming back up there, but like I have like I've been having some like ups and downs like recently. I don't know about how about yourself. How you been?
Same. Like, I think if anything, if anyone says to you, mental health's good every week, like every day there's a sign, I'm like, is it? Because there's there are days where you're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows, and that's just normal. That's being human. I think like I know overall my mental health has improved a lot. So like I don't mind being open about this one. So obviously I have a little bit sometimes issues with self-esteem and stuff. I'm quite hard on myself. I'm very hard on myself, so I've got low self-esteem. And they took me when I reached out and asked for help and stuff. Obviously they took the test and said it was low. But then I think they rung me a couple of weeks ago, and obviously they did retest the test to make sure everything's okay. And they went, "You've really drastically improved. Like what have you done and stuff?" So obviously, sleep is, I think, key.
Yeah.
Because I've reflecting, I didn't have the best quality of sleep, so that really helped me. And chatting to our friend as well, Emily. Like, chatting to her.
You know what? Yeah, you just remind me about something. I'd love to try and get. You know, I'm on quit, but I'd love to get Emily on the show. Yeah,
get Emily on the show
because I'll say because she's helped us both in so many ways. But but carry on, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. So obviously doing sessions with Emily as well. So shout out to Spartan PT. So she's absolutely just helped me see like spin like all the bad stuff as in positivity and stuff.
Yeah.
So you're trying to see what's the good thing about that. So I think the last session we had was early this week. Obviously, like the car scenario, like long story cut short, I was supposed to have one car and it just fell through completely. Basically, they said it was ready. Then I was literally about to go on the motorway to pick my car up. They ring me and go, "Yeah, the car's not ready." And when they asked, they went, "Oh yeah, basically the front axle's gone." I have no interest in cars whatsoever. And like the one that said front axle, I just kind of like stared in the distance, going, "What the hell's the front axle?" Then I just said, like, turned to mum. My mum went, "That's the front steer." I was like, "Oh no!" So I couldn't have it. So obviously I was just down and deflated because I was really excited to get my car. Then obviously just listening to doing what Emily's taught me so far, which when she just said, "Okay, what's the positive actions from that? What's the good thing about that?" So obviously a bit down and deflated, which is normal. But instead of just going like, I think at first out of desperation, I was just trying to find any car and stuff. Then I think that desperation just turned into a bit more like positive, like quite determined. Then obviously found a dealership which is closer to home and a better service, a better car, so and a little bit cheaper than normal. And I was like, "Oh, this is really good," and went to it, saw it, and like picked it up on Friday. So I thought, "Oh, it was brilliant." So in a way, like, what was bad, what was negative, what was the positive about that? That just made me flip it and just go, "Do you know what? No, just keep going."
It does, man. I think obviously, I think I had a little bit of this with myself, and like I think more so when I do come and chat to Emily, like I think it kind of makes it kind of more clearer. Hence why, like, I don't kind of see anything as bad.
No.
Obviously, I think initially you'll go, "Oh, this is most good." It's almost easy to see how you can spiral out.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You can spiral out so quickly over like small things. But like now it's almost like stop, take a breath, and what's good about this? And like I think as I say, like obviously doing like some of those exercises makes like a whole lot of difference. As where something like that probably would have been spinning for weeks, and then stress of like, "Oh, there's no car, there's no this, and there's no that." But now it's almost like I can see the goodness from whatever happens.
And I think thanks to thanks to Emily, obviously thanks to my partner, and thanks to my friends and family have always like supported me as well, and like teaching me like how to cope it. It's made me better. Like, yeah, I still have moments of self-esteem and low self-confidence, but consider where I was a couple of months ago, it's like 10 times better. So I think it's just obviously consistency. It's just got to keep doing it. So doing these sessions with them has just helped me a lot as well. So I think that's really, really like made my mindset improve.
Yeah, I'll agree with that as well, because I think like someone said to me before, like, oh, well, you're quite confident. I'm like, well, how do you know? And they say, yeah, because when I see you on your screen, or when I see you, I'm like, and I explain to people, like, that confidence is just for that moment.
Yeah.
It's not something that you kind of carry through your whole entire day.
No.
We have ups and we have downs. They may see us like look a certain way, or may see us at the gym or whatever, but like we're still kind of going through like our own stuff, and like we're going through like our own battles. But like it's just like how we can kind of like say to someone, well, if you want to get fitter, just come and go change little things around and get the reps in each day. It's actually taking our own advice and taking our own advice and saying, well, right, I just need to do a bit of this, and I'll just deal with this as it comes. And you know, like so like yeah.
And also as well, like confidence is like so multifaceted, or just open universal, because you could be confident in one area, then be completely unconfident in another area, because that's just not you. So for example, like in the gym, I'm 100% confident. Like I don't mind approaching people, I don't mind just chatting to people. I can like walk topless in the gym if I wanted to, and it wouldn't faze me. But if you said, right, go to a mechanic and speak about your car, I'll be caught I'm caught in a rabbit in the headlights. I'm like, I have no idea. I'm not confident.
And I think that's okay. And I think that's normal. So
it's normal.
So like as you know, one of these things that like people, if you know, like I've caught myself saying the same thing like to different people the last couple of weeks. And my thing is, I always like to say, see this here, I'm an expert in between here and there.
Yeah.
Everything else out there, I just don't really know about. I don't mind. It's okay. It's okay for me not to know about this.
Yes, okay.
But ask me about these bits here, in between there and there, and like I'll tell you. But like everything else out there, and it's cool. It's cool. But
it's normal, though.
But I think this is what we do when you kind of like start to get an understanding of yourself and not kind of beat yourself up too much. But I think even though we still do give ourselves like a little dig every now and again, but it's better than full-on punches and full-on kind of like real beating ourselves up.
Man.
But like I say, it's I'm glad, because I've seen the difference within you. Like, I've seen the difference within you last like couple of last few months or so. Because like I do remember the stressful Jake. The Jake's like, oh, all right. So I was like, bro,
calm,
cool. We got it.
Same.
But I suppose like as much as I can probably help either calm you or calm your thoughts, it's when I try and do it for myself sometimes. But and I think it's obviously we both love like a yap.
We love yappers. Yeah. Come on, 4 minutes. Yes, that.
I love the fact we have a yap, and I think I can try and like tap back into maybe what I've said to you, and I'll go, let me replay that back in my own head.
Yeah. No, 100%, man, 100%. That's deep.
But like it's always listen. I think anything like mental health and whatever, it's always an ongoing process.
Yeah,
I don't think it's anything you're ever just going to solve at any given time. I think it's just like finding ways to deal with it. I think. I don't think there's ever a solution. There's just like
it's never a solution, because I think so many people still have this miscommon conception with mental health. Oh, I'm cured now. It's like you're not. No. Like it's like you said, it's ongoing. You will always have those feelings of insecurities. You always have those moments of uncertainty. It's just how you cope with it and manage it. And I think that's another bit that's helped me a lot, is just reading more. Like, is it the genre of self-help books where they kind of like just talk about tips about motivation, like Atomic Habits and stuff. I think the one that really like stood out for me was the chimp paradox. I forgot the name of the author, but it's the chimp paradox.
Yeah.
And I think he described it as you have two brains. You have the human,
the computer.
Yeah, it's the chimp. You have the human and the chimp. And he said pretty much like go and read it. You can check on Audible books. But he was saying like the human is pretty much like the cell is basically just right, like the conscious person. It's just we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Whereas the chimp, that's your emotions, that's all your angers, your stresses, your insecurities.
I see people's chimps most days.
Yeah, and everyone's chimps reacting, and we've got set primal features, and that's the emotions and stuff. And when something triggers us, it's the chimp that's taken over. And they were saying like the author was saying, it's supposed to your job is to manage it, not control it, not to go, no, don't do that. It's you managing it. You're finding ways to salute it.
I was about to say, it's like, obviously, because that's like one of my favorite, like, I think it's probably the first audio book that I got, which is my favorite. But like, I think when I realize now what I do, because like, we deal with people's chimps all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I think what I'm good at is like having like a spare banana. I realise I've always got a spare banana in my back pocket. So when they're about to go, I'll go, just calm down.
Just calm down.
And obviously, and I think like, I think obviously, as you said before, like I do it with myself now. I've done it myself for like a long time, but it's almost kind of just been trying to find that calmness and just manage.
And I think it's that as well. Like when you hear certain. Like I've started to say out loud, "Oh, sorry, my chimp just overreacted."
Yeah,
and some like people who've read the book go, and some people going, "Huh?" But I know what it means. So like, there's so many times where I've got like, incredibly triggered by like a certain situation, and my chimp's like either going, "I'm angry," or "I'm going to show you my emotions," whereas like the humour is like. No, probably thinking like, think about this way. It's not in that scenario. It's not an attack at you. It's just saying it's that person probably said it in a way that you don't respond well to it. But he just pick out the key words, what they've said.
It's almost like a text. It's almost like when we have like text and you kind of misconstrue them. And like, and I think sometimes if you know, like in this day and age now, because like we kind of the way we communicate.
Yeah,
and like I think I sometimes see people talking to people as if like they're talking in a text.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is real life, and what they said is what they mean, but like the tone may have changed a little bit or whatever. So it's a lot of time it's, and as I say, like you can just kind of take something in such the wrong way. Just because of like the tone or the way someone said it, but like rather than just saying to you, can you just explain to me what you mean by that?
Yeah.
It's automatically just get offended.
Yeah, or sometimes like, especially like going back to text and stuff, like some people like will read it in their own way of how they're reading it, and I've learned that. I'm still learning that, like, because like I tend to type text how I would talk.
Yeah, me too.
And like sometimes that doesn't come across well. So people go, "Oh, are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Why? Because you said it in this one. No. I meant it as that way.
That's always kind of blown my mind though when people said you said it this way. I'm like, how can you tell me what from a text? How do you know?
How do you know? Yeah.
But nobody wants to kind of explain that like they read it in their own voice.
Yeah, they read it in their own way, especially if they're in a state of like,
in a certain state of mind.
Yeah. So you could say to someone, "Oh, hope you had a great day," but then like that person
could take it as if he's sarcastic.
Yeah, he's sarcastic. Hope you had a great day. Who do you think you're talking to? And you're like, no. Like, and it's like this way miscommunication happens often. But I think it's definitely like I kind of say like the Chimp Paradox, like just absolutely read it. I'm gonna find that bloody author to see. Sorry for swearing, but I'm gonna need to find that author.
Yeah, I think it's been out for a while now. But like as I say, I think like everything within mental health and what we're doing, like it's always an ongoing process.
Steve Peters, the Chimp.
Well, I'm glad you knew, because I've had that book for like years, and I never knew the name of the author.
Yeah, no, like I can always remember just read, like obviously started personal training, and like they're always saying what books to read, what talk about mindset and stuff, and that one always keeps propping up, like the Chimp Paradox by Steve Peters. That was really that really helped me. Obviously, like best advice is if you can read the book more than once and stuff, but like there's bits I was like, I don't get it, but then obviously going back to it and listening to it again, you're like, now it's saying.
I think a lot of those books, like I think a lot of the books, like they all seem to be the same, but it's just the way that it's all about the delivery.
Yeah, it's the delivery.
And I
yeah.
think, like obviously once you can kind of find something which kind of hits you, and I think out of all those ones, I think like I say like the most people talk about is either the Chimp Paradox, or they would talk about like the habits.
Atomic Habits.
And I think it's just their delivery.
Yeah, it's the delivery because
I think their way that they deliver things, or because like I'll say, I'll just do like a lot of audio books.
Yeah.
So it's more kind of relatable, as where there's other people who will copy and they'll kind of switch it around, but it's like, I don't really get this, but like I think there's lots of like self-help.
There's always so many. There's so many out there, and it's like what you said. There's always the one. It's like there's so many books out there, but they always have the ones that will resonate with you most, because either it just matches how you see things.
It'll match probably like your view and like the way that like obviously you kind of take in,
and they'll put it in context you can understand. So like, what was the other one? I think the very first book I read. I mean, I've read books all my life, but I think I stopped reading after. Well, I've stopped reading books after when I finished reading the Harry Potter books, and I think it was only when lockdown happened I started to get back into reading. And the first book I read was The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, that was a good book. Was it Mark? Anyway, that book. And the way he speaks about it is like, and he said from the book, but from the moment, you need to give a fuck about something, you have to, because if you don't, you're just this cynical arsehole. But he's like, we give a fuck too much about certain things. And he goes, if you think about it, children, for example, like if you walked the wrong way to school, or you've ate differently, or you didn't wear certain clothes on a certain day, like they're all like that, and as you get older, you slowly don't give a fuck. Like I can guarantee you, 20-year-old Jake would give a fuck about, I don't know, about I haven't got my own car, or I'm single. It's 30-year-old me is like.
I think with some of those things, I think obviously like you change as you age.
Yeah.
There's certain things will be more kind of important to you than others. As where obviously whatever is important to me now. Obviously whatever was important to me when I was like 19 and 20, I don't really care about anymore. I know what's important to me now, or know what makes a difference.
Yeah.
And the things which which I used to kind of fuss and make a big deal out of. I've always hear people have this conversation. What would you say if you had any advice to your younger self? Or
there's loads of ones,
that kind of thing. And I'd say, I think it's so. Before I'd be like, I wouldn't know really what to say, but I think what I would say to myself now is like, right, you don't need to worry about that too much. Obviously, just do what you're doing with it now. But I guarantee you, within like say 2 years' time, whatever you're worrying about now, you won't care about.
Yeah.
And then like 2 years after that, whatever you care about there, you won't worry about again.
I think I wouldn't know what to say to my 20-year-old me. Like,
well, think about it. Like, even if you probably would do, because I think about like the 20-year-old you. Because I think we can either go from being young and being so super confident and just doing anything without questioning.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you realise like, and it's all about like, if you say like caring what other people say and what they think about a certain situation, as where you go, I'm not going to do that because people will talk about it, or they'll say I'm this, or they'll say I'm that. But like now, so I'm like, I don't really care anymore. And you know, like I hear like older generations just say what they want. People go, oh, the older generation. They said, I said, yeah, because they've earned the right now. Because like they've earned the right. They've gone through so much of life and understand that like all of the things you used to stress and worry about, it means nothing, because even if someone doesn't like it and you do, you know what? Once you kind of out of that person's like peripheral visual or out their company, you just do what you're doing, and like it's pleasing you. So it's just their words. So I think like, you know, once I kind of understood that, that's what I'm like. I'll just be unapologetically be myself now. Or like, don't get me wrong, we were still. I think all of us, we still care a bit. I think you have to kind of work to get to that point of just not really caring about what anybody says, or just be out and out you. That's a level to be at. But ultimately, we, you know, while we're still kind of working and progressing, so for myself, each year goes by, I won't care if I tell you about what I feel about something or whatever, or how the way I make something makes me feel. As well, before, when I'm younger, I'm like, I can't really say that because like the lads would laugh, or now I just go, no, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is how I feel about it. So,
and I think it's that now. I think like when I was 20, I think I was like obviously embarrassed to watch certain films when I was 20, and it's like, I ain't watching that. I've got a rep. But then no, I'm like, no, it's actually really good. Like I've said to Pete, I think it was like wrestling. Like I've always loved wrestling, always loved it. But obviously, when you get older, you do realize it's fake, you know. And you're like, yeah. And obviously, you don't want to.
Every film's fake.
Yeah. And I think that was a and switching gears to like this podcast and like this I forgot the guy's name, and he's a big wrestling fan, and he bought this bodybuilder or some muscle guy. And like he was like, the muscle guy was just like, you watch wrestling? What are you, a child? And you go, then the podcaster was like, you watch films, don't you? And he went, yeah, I love watching films. And he went, that's fake.
Of course it is. Even when it's based on a true story, there's like, obviously they might be talking about, but like there's many kind of like true story films. But the things we enjoy the most are action movies.
Yeah.
That's why you think there's so many flipping Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Don't get me started on Fast and Furious.
When cars are being sent to space, and then jumping over like 2 lots of bridges and still surviving.
And like you just come out unscathed as well. You're like, what?
But like, you know, but as I said, like, I think like people, you know, once you kind of get to a place in life where you just enjoy what you enjoy, and without really caring what anybody else thinks. I think that's a level of growth. So you know, like it's
no, that's sick, man. I like that. I like it.
What else? I'm trying to think about what else I've been up to. So like so I've been, I've been speaking like to someone. Can't really say a great deal about, but like so I've been invited to go and speak. Do some talking in a prison.
That's sick, man.
To some youth offenders and stuff.
Really good.
So that's probably like one highlight. One of the highlights. I was initially kind of nervous about the whole thing.
Why?
You know what it is? I think like I've done like talking. I've done like I've stood in front of crowds and spoke before. But I think a lot of time, like the initial thought is like, oh, that's scary. But then you have to kind of dig back into the into my memory box and go, you've done this before and you survived. So now for the first time I can say I'm excited about it, because I said before I'll be doing something and all I'll be talking about is my nerves. I'm nervous, but no, it's kind of exciting to go and do something. And as I say, anything what I can do to give back, or community based, or kind of like
back to the community,
or do some kind of upliftment kind of thing.
That's nice, man.
It's great. So I'm just getting myself prepared for that over like the next couple of weeks. So I'm gonna roll it out. I'm gonna be there probably up for about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna do like maybe some workouts with some of these guys, and talk about some of the things I've been doing, and like even talking about the podcast and the things that me and you've been doing together. So I realised like a lot of the guys like within some of those places, like they may not have like male role models or people like that. So it was the guy who kind of showed me about it. Like he told me, and he talked to me as a role model, and I'm like, I don't really see that. But then when he started telling me, well, when you've done this, then that, and all this, I'm like, okay, I kind of get it now. So
and I think as us as well, and I think it's quite modest as well. Like when people go, oh, they look up to you and stuff, you're like, me?
We don't see it, do we?
Yeah, I don't see it. When people go, oh, he looks up to you, I'm like, me? Like, no, don't look up to me. I don't think I am that father figure role model. When people go, well, and like, well, whatever you do, you are modest in people, and like I look up to you. I really do. I say it like out loud. I look up to you a lot, and I think it's just like it's everyone's energy, like what you give off and stuff, and you do make people at ease with people, and like I hope I do the same with others. I think it's just like because we're just being us. You don't know how that's affecting other people. So you are a role model, bro. You are.
No, I appreciate it, man. This is like I'm kind of I'm excited. I'm excited.
No, good, bro.
I'm excited about that, and like and even just like some of the more the future little ventures. Not, what? Yeah, I did want to say little. Then there's no such thing as little things with us. Just future ventures. And things what we're going to do, because I always get like a bit touchy when people say things like, how's your little business going on, how's your little pot? Don't little it. So I have to check myself there. Just like some of the venture and things we've got coming up. So we're talking about obviously more like with the hoodies and t-shirts and clothing and stuff we've got going on, and probably just like obviously sorting out like business plans and to move forward. So like it's always an exciting time. It's always like to have something to be doing and not just being a busy fool. But everything what we do, I'll do it with like we put our heart and soul into it, and because I think between me and you, whenever we're doing things, we really care.
Yeah, we really care.
I really do. And so, like we were talking about before, about a lot of time, it's not about like how much we can earn or how much money I can get from this. It's more about how can I affect somebody in the right way.
Yeah.
So I think as I've just said that out loud, I kind of get like sometimes where the role model figure thing comes from.
No, in I think like my chats with other people when it comes to like to money and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, like having more money is nice and all, because you do get the chance. You are able to like you pay your bills, you pay your food bill, you pay your tax and stuff, everything. But the bottom line, it's not really still happiness, because I've met so many people who've got stupid amount of money and they're still fucking miserable. And like they go, what's the one thing you want? Then they see like a lower income family who are just happy to just have chicken for the dinner. Like, I want that. They're just having fun all the time. And I think that's where people kind of like sometimes need to check themselves and remind themselves like yeah, don't get wrong, having more money is nice, but it's not going to bring you full happiness at all.
No,
it's what you do.
I think these are things like, we'll go back to what you were saying before. These are things like my younger self would have said that like, oh, if I've had all this money, I'd be happy. But like I said, I've gone through the stage now where I've had certain things. I've had cars and this, that, the other. I'm like, they don't really make a difference. I think what makes a difference for me is being able to give something to someone, or be able to do something. So like I think as long as we kind of stay, like we stay true to ourselves, what we do.
At the end of the day, it's the memories you make. Like with people just go, oh, I've got money, and people just throw you money. You're just gonna go, oh, thank you. You're not gonna be like grateful about it. Well, you are gonna be grateful for the money, but you're just gonna be like, yeah, okay. But what memories can you make with it? You're like, oh, not really. It's what you do with your family and loved ones.
It's like what you. It's one of your clients. I forgot what his name is. We normally train with them on a Friday with the glasses.
Oh, George. Yeah.
Yeah, when George was saying to me, because so like he's got pretty much like a decent job, and he was saying like he sees so many people into their 70s and 80s and whatever with so much money, but like they haven't really enjoyed it because they spent so much time like equating it, and and then they lose a partner, and then like they end up that's why it's a lot of time you end up seeing people their money goes like to a cattery or like or a rescue or whatever it is, but like they didn't really enjoy things.
No, they don't enjoy it.
And like, and it's, they could have enjoyed like a lot more with probably less money.
Yeah.
But I suppose like if that's listen, I'm not saying like, if that's your aim to get lots of money, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I think like it's about like having to live as well.
Just live as well.
Yeah,
and,
live in between.
And it's just like we all have this like, once I achieve this, then I'll be happy. You're never going to be happy because you just want, because it's what's next. What's next?
Yeah, and I think I've said like I've never had that expectation. I think I've never said once I get this I'll be okay, because like I do stuff and then like I've realised I could do stuff and like, well, what's next?
It's that like, and I think like put it into like bodybuilding, like for like in health and fitness, people like when they go, oh, I've lost a stone, oh, what's next? Oh, I'm going to lose a bit more weight. Oh, what's next? Oh, I might do a hierarchy event. Oh, I might compete. What's next? Oh, I'll probably win, like get my pro card. Or what's next? Win Olympia. And if you're thinking, if I do this, then I'll be happy, you're never going to be happy, and you're just going to be miserable, and because you're just going to be chasing this forever. It's never going to bring you happiness. And I've seen it in my brother, I've seen it in like celebrities, and back in when they're older, you can still hear the bitterness coming out of them, and I think
it is because like you have to think about it, like if you give so much of your, because time is a super valuable, if you give so much of your time just based on solely just earning money alone, yes, it can make a difference, but unless you're kind of making a difference to other people's lives, and actually enjoying it, and not, because like it's okay to get it, but it's okay to get it, but you have to work just as hard to keep it there as well. Unless like you're earning money while you've got your eyes closed at night, and that. But like I suppose it doesn't really make a difference, because like, just like I heard Will Smith say something before, saying so like, I've earned so much money that I've brought everything that I wanted. There's nothing else that I need. Anything I want, I can just buy it. And he said, well, once you get to that stage and you realise like it's not exciting anymore, because then nobody can really impress you with anything kind of materialistic. Like I've got the biggest house. This week I've got the biggest house. So I've got the jet. I've got the Ferraris and Lamborghinis and the Rolls Royce and this, that, the other. And we're not. They're all just things, and I realize like now, when relationships with people and things that you can do, and like that's where the real
that's where the real memories you make,
value and stuff.
It's so many memories though. I've got so many. I've made beautiful memories with my partner, and we've like just gone for walks. Yeah, I will always cherish those moments. Like even it's just like for a coffee. I will always share those moments. Those memories, those core memories, will always mean more to me, rather than going, oh yeah, we went to this massive like 5-star stuff. I spent stupid amounts of money.
It was in Dubai. In a 10-star hotel.
Like when people say, "Oh, I went to this place in Dubai," I'm like, I don't care.
Listen, as I say, I think like if that's your always, and like going back to what we were saying before, if that's your thing,
that's your thing.
Let it be your thing.
Be your thing.
But like I say, I think like this maturity or the level of pace, this adulting what I'm at now, so I understand that like that may be for you, but it's not for me.
Yeah, and I think I'm learning that as well.
You can't make me feel bad. For doing what brings joy to me.
Yeah.
So if I want to wear like some charity clothes, or
if I want to wear brown joggers, I wear brown joggers, bro.
Or do whatever you want to do. But like, I don't like when people try and make somebody else feel down about what they're doing, what's bringing joy.
And I think they don't understand that. So how can you like that? And you're gonna go. You do realize there's other people who like the same stuff as I do as well. Yeah. So like again, wrestling. Like, you're 30, you still watch wrestling? Like, yeah. Then obviously, because I'm really getting back into my anime, so watching like Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball, just Jujutsu Kaisen, and they're like, "Oh, you watch cartoons? Come on, grow up." And I'm like, "Have you seen the community? Like, the people who've actually made it are actually adults." And they're like, "But it's a cartoon." You're like, "Mate, you watch like 20-year-olds kicking and screaming over Love Island, and you're telling me that's crap. Shut up. So but like you said, like you watch, like you do what makes you joy, what brings you joy. That brings you joy. If you want to watch brainless idiots talk who just got no personality, and they go, I'm looking for love on Love Island, which 9 times out of 10 they come out the show and they go back to being single. You're like, you do you. That's not appealing to me. But
and you know what? Yeah, which is quite funny because, like, obviously, that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not. I don't even watch TV. Obviously, I watch what I want to watch. Like, obviously, on Netflix or on what do you call it, on my Amazon.
Yeah.
And as I say, I think, like, if that's what your thing is, that's what you. But, like, please don't tell me about what's.
Yeah, I think you should watch it, man.
No, I'm like, no. and as I was about to say, like, obviously, spinning back around, there's like we was having this conversation a few minutes ago, saying, "Oh, I'm not into this adulting stuff," but we've just done a lot of adulting.
Yeah, this is real. But then, like, when people go, "I did this this week," we're back at adulting, and then, like, there's some people going, "That's nothing." And I'm like, let me have this win, yeah. Let me have this win. You don't understand. Like to me, it's big.
Yeah.
Like even it's just like the smallest thing I've adulted today. And like I say to her, like my mom's like, "Good for you." Like she's really happy, like really supportive. Then you chat to your friends, and they look who probably got kids and everything, and they're like, "Bro, that's nothing."
I don't, you know what? And I think I've probably seen that. That's probably why, like, sometimes I just don't tell people anything.
Yeah, and I think I'm learning that now.
Yeah, well, and it's a bit sad, really, because I think, like, obviously, me and you we can like chat to each other and say, I've been doing this and that. But, like, I think I'm in that place where a lot of time I don't tell anybody anything.
Yeah, I'm learning that now.
And, like, I think even the stuff I've done over the years, and, like, unless we have been, like, in a place like this or people are happy about it, a lot of time I'm just going to say, I'm not going to say anything because, like, you know, I can't bother.
Yeah. Part of me is just like, I'm starting to learn that now. Like it's like reverse manifesting. You're like, if I say out loud, it happens and stuff like 9 times out of 10. If I don't say anything, it happens. If I say something, nothing happens, and I'm like, right, I'm not gonna say anything now. So I'm just gonna go, just got some things in the pipeline, you know. But yeah, it's like it's just fun. But I think but bottom of the end of the day, you do what brings you joy, no matter what, bro.
And you know what? Yeah, me coming on here doing our podcast, obviously me and you having a natter, having guests on, regardless of whether, like, with regards to whether they're getting paid any money or not, regardless of we're getting like millions of views or not, I'm just coming on here because, like, I'm doing what I enjoy.
Yeah, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, and as I say, I think, like, this is probably like the perfect example of, like, obviously us, we come and do what we do, whether like 5 or 6 or 7 people listen or share or whatever, I don't really care because I'm still want to keep on doing this. It's like our outlet, and as I say, like, it's I'm not really fussed about people and their numbers and views and this and the other. And, like, listen, I know for a fact we've got like 4 to 5 people listening, or they'll come.
Yeah, and I think those are the people who matter.
And even if it may be maybe my mom, your mom, it may be one of my friends or somebody else or somebody who we don't even really know.
But like, I'll reach out to them. It's the ones who just get, and I think some people, like we said earlier, I think some people prefer the finished product. They don't want to see, like, the grind stages and stuff. They just expect you to be 100% all the time. And
everybody wants to come and celebrate at the finish line, but nobody wants to be in the.
No one wants to support you. So when you ask them, "Oh, have you watched the show?" They're like, "No." You're like, "Bro, come on."
Everyone's there. Everybody wants to stand at the finish line and say, "Yay!" But you say, "Bro, he wasn't with me training or slugging it through like the streets." Obviously, like, in the terms of a marathon.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been running this for miles.
So where were you?
Where were you,
bro? They're like, I'm supporting you since day one, bro.
I never saw you on the sidelines.
Yeah. Just as and when going,
I never saw you.
Funny, man. But yeah, no, man. Like, have you got anything else to say, bro?
No, but as I say, like, today was just like a get together, and, like, for us to have like a yap as we normally do, and have a little chit chat, and, like, have a, you know, always kind of. I'm using like Kev Dillon's words, just to come and chew the fat.
Yeah. Just come chew the fat. I like that phrase. That's
Kev's word. But yeah, we just come have a little chat.
No, man. Well, honestly, I think that wraps things up today, guys.
Yeah,
so
listen, as I say, like as I said, we just come on doing what we enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't do it for anybody specifically, but if people enjoy what we do, listen. If you don't, it doesn't matter, because there's many thousands of ways you can go and do what you can do. But it's always a pleasure to come and jump on here and like have a little chat.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. But like I said, you can you can subscribe to our YouTube channel anytime to see or to see previous episodes or upcoming episodes as well. You can follow me at jrate.pt. You can follow John at
John Collins _online_coach.
Hey!
I hope that's right. I'm still
that's it, bro. And like, if you want to see us in the flesh, you can see us every Sunday 9 a.m. at the Pensnet Community Centre. But until other than wise,
peace.
Peace. Bye bye.